I'm so glad we got real people today. Are you glad we got real people today? And so normally I've got a camera, and I normally have Sam with me. Actually, Sam leaves me and he goes upstairs, and then I just got to stare at a camera and make 3 different starts to a sermon that I wish I got right the first time. And so I'm just rearranging myself here. And so it is packed. And we had a full service this morning. So our early service, we had at least 110 people. I say that, and that's all appropriately managed. We can physically have 80 people in the auditorium here. So we had all our seats organised. We had our kids ministry, our staff team, our ministry team there. And so it's so good that together you're with us as well. So we're going to do announcements, talk about some church life stuff, and as I said, here's my co-host, which I'm sure you're used to. And this Ali is my feminine side. And so over to you.
Thanks. Hi. So it's good to have you join us here. It is really actually good to see you all. It's great. Hi. I saw you last week, Lauren. But it's good to see you this week again. Yeah. So COVID has certainly changed how we do church, eh? And who would have imagined it?
Not me.
I'm just following the script, but am I sounding convincing? Who would have imagined?
Things are so different, and I know we've got some visitors here who've been connecting to some of our satellite groups. For those who are visiting for your first time, great to have you with us. This is not how we did church pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, we were a bit more a bunch of a mob, weren't we, Dan? Pre-COVID, we're still a mob, but just a socially distanced mob at the moment. And so if you are visiting for your first time, it's great to have you with us today. For those watching this service later in the day, thank you for taking the time to connect in and watch in with us, and we're just really glad you're with us today. You know, just a reminder, just back in August, our eldership went away, and we just really felt that the COVID had really had an impact on our church family. That's the thing that we really felt was most greatly impacted by COVID up to August. Yeah, we were doing online church, we were doing all that, and we did that. But the strategy we came out of our retreat was, you know, we looked at the early church and we saw the value of small groups and we saw the value of celebration. So so it was exciting to be able to launch our satellite services not so long ago. And over the last 3, Pink is you. So in a minute. So there's this model of homes, gathering in homes, and I know many of you are involved in that, and gathering together. That's just the rhythm we feel God has for us at the moment, and so we just want to keep in step with what God's asking of us. So, to you.
Hi, Jen. So, who likes numbers?
The book?
Yeah, no, not the book of
numbers.
It's essential, or else it wouldn't be in there. So, if you don't like it, you might have to work on that. So, over the last 3 weeks in satellite services, we've had 150 people doing church each week. Yeah. That's pretty good. Well done, you guys. Yeah. And this weekend, because it's in person, we've got 160 over the 2 services, so that's pretty good effort. Yeah. We've got a great church, hey? So we just want to take a minute here to just say thank you. I'm really thankful for our creative team, our worship team. They've been doing a great job in circumstances that they've not really experienced before. And I'll say it again, Mike, it was really great to have you join in. His one was good. Did you see that one? They've all been great, but it's been lovely that Joe's, you know, thinking outside the box, because this is not a box that we've been in before. So it's been really good. We also want to say thank you again to Gary Mulholland and his team. I don't know if you noticed, but Wayne is here. Wayne, thank you for being part of that team, because the church looks like we still live here sometimes. They've been keeping the grounds looking beautiful, and so it doesn't look like nobody cares and nobody's home here, even though we're not having church. So thank you, Wayne and guys. Yeah. And actually, we probably have our kids workers in for this service, because the first service they were downstairs looking after all the kids. So thank you to you guys as well. Give them a hand. And the last person to thank is Sam. He's been our cameraman over 30 weeks. He does mainly a good job. Sometimes the camera wobbles, sometimes the computer goes in front of the screen. What else have you done? You forgot to put the email address one time at the bottom, and my hand went like that, and it wasn't there, so I was just doing this in midair. Anyway, none of you saw that, I know, because he does a great job, and we're so very thankful, so thank you, Sam.
That's it. So we really believe that what God is doing in the church here is significant. You know, I don't think we're just marking time or killing space until we can do what we want to do. I really think as a church, as an eldership, we are walking at the pace and the direction the Lord's asking of us. And I think for any of us, that's the goal, is obedience to the whisper of the Lord. And so we really believe that the church that will arise out of this time, what God's going to do, is going to be stronger. It's going to be deeper. It's going to be richer. And I'm really excited that we can lead alongside you guys into that type of church, because the church was never meant to be limited to a building, you know. And so the church that Jesus said he would build, the word ecclesia was the church. Jesus said, I'm going to build the church. And ecclesia was a called out, chosen group of people that were given a commission and a mandate and empowered with authority to go and change society. And so that's the church that Jesus wants to build. And so that can happen in the temple, in the large gatherings, and that can, to be honest, I think it's going to happen in a greater way in our satellite groups. And so I'm glad that we can gather like this, but I'm really excited and looking forward to what God is going to be doing in our groups also.
So we have actually had 33 weeks of online, which is a lot of weeks. And last week, I don't know if you were watching the announcements, but Mark asked if there was anyone who had watched every single week and to let us know. And the Brown family actually let us know that they had watched every single week. So in the first service, they got a box of chocolates. So if you have actually watched every week and you didn't let us know, there may be something in this very classy bag from Aldi. Oh, the Towns, I saw a hand. And there
will be a quiz though. There'll be a quiz.
The Towns and the McDonald's have had their hand up. Anyone else say they've watched every week? Yeah, I think cramming doesn't count. Fiona doesn't watch for about a month and then she watches them all at the same time while she's ironing. She has watched them all. I know that because she knows what to say when we're talking about it. So, well, they're the two people who put their hands up. Is anyone else? So, oh no, Jenny Johns has. So they're related, so maybe they could share. And then they're kind of related, so maybe they could share.
You could have taken this on your road trip, Pat.
Yeah.
Okay. So just a little...
Don't throw.
Okay. I threw it last time.
Can
Look
you?
what happened to Ken.
He got a sore in his... And the other one.
And the other one, Jenny.
You know Miss Jenny. Thanks, delivery people.
And look, we really appreciate you guys.
It's my turn still. He's still doing it, even when it's live. He's cutting over. So just stop it. Just want to encourage, if you're not a part of a satellite group, we still have space. And I'm on the help desk later, so you can come and see me and we can find a great group to join you into. All the groups are great because we just know there's really great gelling happening. So if you want to join a group, come and see me up the back and we'll find maybe a few for you to visit, but definitely at least one.
So please don't, you don't have to join a group, but I think it's a great opportunity for us in this season for us just to explore community and relationship, especially some of the stuff we're talking about in the message that I'm sharing, the messages we're sharing. So, hey, coming up in February, we have our church camp. So that is very exciting. Eldership made the call this week, just having to think through on one of the exciting things about church camp is that COVID regulations for this building is different to the campsite. As a church, we cannot gather everyone together here, but regulations for COVID at a campsite says we can. And so what a great opportunity for us to gather as many of us as we can for camp. It's in February. For those who have been to church camp, you know all about it. For those who haven't, maybe you're new, maybe you're visiting, maybe you're online and you're just sort of trying to figure out what we're talking about. Every year we get away, and I really want to, if you're able to, come and join us. If you like water sports, there's water sports. If you like coffee, there's coffee. If you like swimming or walking or talking, there's plenty of space. There's paid cabins, breathing. There's cabins, there's campsites. There's plenty of things that can fit your budget. And so what we're going to do today after the service, Julie is going to have a information pack for you. It's got a site map and it's got a pricing, and so we want to encourage you, take that with you, have a think about it, talk to your family, find a few who can camp together or bunk together or something. But we are taking registrations from 3 p.m. today. You can call Julie and just say, look, I'd want to go along. At least I'd like this site number if possible. Then we will require a $100 deposit in the next 4 weeks. And so any more questions, talk to Julie. She'll sort you all out. But we're not taking deposits today because we just haven't got the timelines to do that easily. And so that's coming up. I'd encourage you, if you're able to, please join us. And always, we never want cost to be prohibitive to you. So if you're, for whatever reason, can't afford the camp or to pay the full amount, please let us know. I know sometimes you might feel awkward asking the question, but we really want to honour and respect you, and we'd love you to come with us. And so let us know, and we'll do what we can. You do what you can, and we'll do what we can to make it happen.
All right, we're almost done. Okay, are you still hanging in there? Good. 3 of you are. So the last couple of years, we've done Christmas hampers for families in need at Cohiba Primary School. We have a good relationship with them, and we're doing it again this year. We do understand normally you guys can pick something to buy and bring it in, but that, you know, there's a whole bunch of issues around that. So it's much easier if it's $60 to put together a hamper. You might be able to do it within your satellite group. Just gather $60 between you and you can sponsor a hamper. We're aiming for 15 to 20. 20 would be obviously better, more families to help. And you know, one year we even had one of the casual teachers, the principal asked us, could we give it to one of the casual teachers who was struggling? And so it's not just the kids that we're blessing there, but any family connected to that school. And it's so lovely to be able to say, yes, we can do another one for the teachers as well. So, well, that teacher. So if you'd like to give, you can do so at the back again at the help desk with me, or you can do it through your satellite group. That's fine too. We've had some people this morning donate, and I think in the next week or two would be best, because if you're donating money, someone has to go and do all that shopping, which Jane and David thankfully do, and then they've got to pull the hampers together before the end of school. So in the next week or two would be fabulous. Thank you. That's it.
And look, on behalf of the eldership, we just want to acknowledge and thank all of you for your giving over this time. It's been 33 weeks. 29th of March was the last time we gathered here on our property, and so this has been a long haul. And we are just so mindful and thankful and grateful for your generosity and faithfulness toward God. I know sometimes we give to the church, and yes, that's where the funds tend to be used, but ultimately we're giving to God. And I just know that you've been faithful to him, and that he will continue to be faithful to you. And so thank you for that, and we appreciate your giving and your consistency in that space. Is our camera crashed? Okay. I'm running. How much battery have I got left? 20% is fine. I'll just speak quicker. I'll speak in my Indian. That'll be really quick. No one else can do that because that's racist. So if you have come prepared to give, you might be thinking, our church is together, I'm going to... And all of you have shifted to online, so thank you so much. But if you have come prepared to give, we can handle that at the help desk. Also, Ali does a better Indian accent than me, by the way. Okay, and next, over to you. Indian.
I can't, I'm laughing too much. Oh my goodness. And you have to do that or else it's not the same. So our next celebration service is on December 6th. So if you pop that in your diaries, that'll be our next one. And then that seems like a bit of a gap, and it's really close to Christmas, so we're going to do some at Christmas as well, which we're excited about because it's tricky. Obviously, we want everyone to be able to come, but there's only one Christmas day. So anyway, we're going to keep you posted because it's going to be really great. If anybody likes a Christmas Eve service, there might be one available. So it'll be good, hey? I'm waffling now.
You are. Okay. All right. That's pretty much it. We just wanted to take some time, just talk about what's happening in the church life, and we do appreciate you coming in. And I'm just mindful my battery's running out of my camera, so we don't want the guys watching at home to get half a message. So